Hey, and welcome back to the git-python development stream. So I'm recording myself while tackling all the different issues that are still open in the git-python open source project. So the next one is quite an interesting one. Update repo config reader to support user home, the user home's configuration here. And look at that, that's what I like. Support for the second user-specific configuration file was added in Git 1712, even with link to the nodes. I can look at it if I want to. Takes a while though. There we go. There it is. And wow, all linked. I mean, he did basically all the work already. Finding all this. Yeah, I should probably read this, right? The Git documentation. I mean, why would he link all this? xdg config home. Not set or empty home will be used. Okay, that's an interesting point. I think that's something I should really remember. And then there's a link to the config level here. Really awesome. I mean, he could probably have done it himself with all the time he spent. Great issue, by the way. Great ticket. I mean, I couldn't wish for more. So let's do it. Let's do it then. Is this set up correctly? Yes, it is. All right. I think it should be in test config. There we should have a test where it goes through the different config levels. Let's see. Actually, where was that? He pointed me at the right spot. Repo base, there are the config levels. So maybe in test repo, I test the config levels. There we go. There, test them, and I assert that I always get one. So here we have to be careful, just because we have to make sure the test case is self-contained. So we might want to put some user configuration there just for it to find it. Oh no, look at this. It's okay not to get a writer for some configuration files if you have no permission. Yeah, so testing this is not super easy. Once again, we don't want the test to break out of its confinement, and we want it to be independent, right? So what did he say? It's between system and global. System, user, global, and repository. If he says so, I really just trust him there. And then we shall implement this. And there we have read. Let's open this here. That it tries this one. I don't know, xdg config home, is this really, why does he do that? But anyway, if he wants it that way, we implement it that way. There's just no questions asked here. Global is git config, okay. So let's try these. Oops. xdg config home. Let's use the first one, I suppose. And then, yeah, then we just expand the path. Or we just do it ourselves. Should we do it ourselves or use expand? Yeah, we do it ourselves, right? Let's not be too lazy. And we just return a path that is, if we have an environment variable there, I think home is there in most cases. Yeah, okay. So let's just build a path here and return it. Let's be sure we don't mess this up. So if E were not in OS environment, just skip this one. And yeah, we should definitely, what should we do if there's no variable set for some reason? This could happen in some environments, like maybe in cron jobs there might not be a home. And then of course it shouldn't be queried, right? So it's kind of a programmer error to ask for it in a cron job. On the other hand, should we just fall back to global, which also needs home if you think about it? So I think it's an error. I thought I should put an insertion error and just say didn't find a single home related environment. Oh, come on. When I'm speaking, I have trouble writing. Really, I kind of get totally confused. Yeah, I think that's good enough of an assertion, because people who run into this, they will then at least have a look at the code and see what's going on. Good. So let's get the value. Let's put in what we have to put in, which is this. Nice, nice, nice. And that should already be it. And this guy here will test for this right away. And I expect some decent result. Which one was